Today I am going to be showing you how to read palms. So, I guess the first thing to look at is whether you want to read the left or the right palm. So, if the palms are face down, here we have the left hand, and this is right hand, left and right. So you can read either palm, but this left hand is thought of as what you were given, so what you're born with, and the right hand is thought of as what you do with it. So this is more how you take advantage of your gifts, if you will. And then, so first you decide whether you want to read the left hand or the right hand. Hopefully both hands look natural. Okay. So then we have the lines and the mounts. You're probably most familiar with the lines. So now this is with the palm facing down. Now if the palm is facing up, we'll be reading the left hand. I guess it doesn't matter. But there's the thumb. This is the thumb. And we'll do another one over here. This person has very long fingers. Okay, so the lines and the mounts. So the lines are here. This one is your lifeline. Then you have one around here, which is the fate line. Then you have your love line, which is around there. And this one is your headline or wisdom line. We'll just call it head. Okay, so I'll get into how to read each of these lines. First, I'm going to show you the mounts. There are mounts all over your hand, but I'll focus on the most important ones. So this is your thumb. Here you have Venus. This is Jupiter, Saturn. This is Apollo, Mercury, and then the moon here. So we have Venus. Here's the moon. Draw a little moon. We have Mercury on this finger, Apollo at the base of this finger. This one is Saturn, and this one is Jupiter. So you can tell a few things with those mounts based on whether they are high or low. So let's see. Your Venus mount is about love. If it's high, you like instant gratification and indulgence. If it's normal, then you are kind of passionate and hold some influence. And if it's flat, then you are very critical and you're not very interested in your family life, your family's life. Then we have Jupiter, which is about ambition. It's that one here. So if it's high, you are self-centered, aggressive, dominating, and if it's normal, you're intelligent and ambitious and a natural leader. And if it's flat, then you lack confidence. With this one, Saturn, if it's high, you're pretty cynical and stubborn. If it's normal, you're responsible, friendly, you have a lot of trust in things and the way the world works. And if it's flat, then you are superficial and disorganized. Then Apollo is for your emotions. So if it's high, you're proud, you love flattery, both receiving and giving. And if it's normal, you're outgoing and adaptable. And if it's flat, then you are indecisive and you don't really have imagination. Then we have Mercury, which is for wisdom. So if it's high, you speak a lot, you talk all the time, and you can lie sometimes. If it's normal, you are thoughtful and have interests. And if it's flat, then you are shy and you struggle to communicate. And the last one here is the moon. So if it's high, then you kind of have your head in the clouds. You value imagination over reality. But you're also very creative. And if it's normal, you are compassionate, you love the arts. And if it's flat, you live in your head and you have a hard time sharing with others. Okay, so those are the mounts. And those are basically just little mounds or bumps on your hand that you can check out. Before we get into the lines here, you can also tell a lot by the person's hand and hand shape. So okay, so if you have a hand kind of like this, we'll say that is Earth. So let me draw all of them first and then we'll go with Earth. Okay, so this hand is wide, square, a square palm, short fingers, and thick skin, and sometimes ruddy, like kind of reddish and tough. So if you have a hand like this, it means you are practical, level-headed, and hands-on. Okay, if you have a hand more like this, long fingers. This is air. So, you have like it can be a square or a rectangular palm. Definitely long fingers. A low thumb. So that just means instead of your thumb up here, it's very low and closer to your wrist. So a low thumb and dry skin. That means you are intellectual, curious, and prone to stress. Okay, so if you have a hand that's more like that, with little fingers like this, it's a water hand. So it's a short, wide, oval palm with flexible fingers that are sort of long. We'll just put longish. And this means you are emotional, and artsy, and motivated by your feelings. Okay, there's one more. So it's like a square palm with little fingers. Sure. Fire. It can be rectangular too, but I think it's more commonly square. You have pink skin. Short fingers. In fact, your palm is bigger than your fingers. These people are leaders. Impatient. And need variety. Okay. So you can start reading someone's palm before you've even looked at the lines. But now I will show you what the lines mean. I'm just gonna take this paper and put it to the side. Okay. Okay. So now we're going to do what the lines mean. Okay, so probably one of the most common ones is the love line. So this, if it goes straight up to meet your index finger, it's by your index finger, that means that you'll be satisfied in love and that you fall in love easily. If it goes to your middle finger, it means you are selfish in love. If it goes, or if it's short, like it's not a very long line, then you are not that interested in love. If it is long, then you are expressive in love. It's easy for you to tell someone you love them or take action. If it is parallel with your lifeline, then it means you're very practical in love. And if it's curvy, then it means you will have many loves, but the majority of them won't be serious. Okay, then the next line is the headline. This is also known as, I don't know why I drew a circle there, but this is also known as the wisdom line. So if it's straight, then you are practical. If it is curved, then you are creative. But you have a short attention span. If it's short, then you value physical accomplishments over intellectual ones. So, physical or intellectual. And if it's deep, then you are a focused thinker. Okay. Next is the lifeline, which I put on the other chart as an L. So this one can also be called the destiny line. And it has to do with your character. So if it's close to your thumb, then you are often tired. If it's curvy, then you have high energy. If it is long, that means vitality. And if it's short and or shallow, that means you are easily manipulated. And the last one here is, I think I put it as an F, so this is the fate line, or it's sometimes called, all my F's look like P's, it's sometimes called the future line too. So if it's deep, then you have a strong connection to your destiny. If it crosses with your lifeline, then you're very aspirational and you're self-made. If it goes down to the base of your palm, you either are or will be in the public eye. Okay, so these are a few ways to read lines in your palm, if you're palm reading. These are just the ones that came to mind, but there are many ways to interpret the lines in your hand. So if you see something in your lines or your palm that you're curious about, I suggest you look it up. So that could be breaks in the line or circles in the line, or if you have a scar that crosses one of the lines, that can be important. What else? If a line intersects another line, that can be important. And also if a line is parallel with another line, that can also be important. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you soon.